Hey peeps, it's your girl Daxani and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I am redrawing an OC I drew last year, whom you may remember. Her name is Cecile Fontaine. She's a voodoo witch but dabbles in shadow magic. I did a digital drawing of her and did lots of traditional art of her story last year for Inktober. This year, for day 11, I decided to redraw her since the theme was bones, and the way I drew her, she looks a little more mature, which I love, and I'm honestly taking it as a sign of how much my art has been growing. So this is really good. I mean, like, the sketch itself, I remember when I started it, I was like, I don't know how this is gonna turn out, but we're just gonna keep going. And I've learned from the past that, you know, not to kind of be so hard on myself when doing this sketch, because majority of the time it actually turns out better than what it like started out to be. So yeah. Okay, so Cece here, which is her nickname, she went from appearing in her like early 20s to her mid 20s in this one, which I said before, I love it. It's not a bad thing at all. I actually like the maturity of this drawing than the old one. And then even like the dreads are different. They're not as thick. I drew them the smaller type of dreads. And I like this style a lot too, you know, just to show that my OCs can kind of switch up on their hairstyles whenever they choose, you know? I mean, if we're actually creating a story here. And you know what, funny thing is, I never really saw myself coming back to drawing Cecile Fontaine, like, ever. And I, like, with the majority of my OCs, I never felt the need, or I guess the want, to really draw them again and doing things in my art. And I don't know if it's because maybe I'm not so good at anatomy still, but I don't know, I think I just like drawing something different. I like drawing different people, and so I guess it doesn't really appeal to me to stick with one character. And I mean, like, yeah, it's not like I have to draw her every day, but I do envy like people who do draw their OCs like a lot, who draw them plenty of times in different scenarios and actually giving them a story. And I think like I'm starting to want to start doing that. But then also too, I think I just really have to draw an OC that really captures my attention, that makes me want to work on them some more. So I would say Cecile Fontaine really does that for me. I think I have something going on. Yet, but maybe I'll do that after October is over. But I came up with like a little tiny story for that other OC. So anyway, stay tuned for that. This video is not about her. So back to Cecile. Also, like, if you guys like kept up with my Inktober from last year with drawing Cecile's backstory and stuff, and I guess because the fact that I redrew her, I kind of want to redraw the love interest, Hades. So I'm a bit intimidated because I'm not good with drawing guys. So he's probably gonna take some time. I feel like I have to really perfect him and his appearance in order for me to like want to post him. So he's gonna be a while, but I really want to do him though, especially because since I redrew Cecile. But like, just a little recap. Hades, like, he's the love interest, but I didn't really like dwell on that too much last year. But he's like her crow friend. Like, she has a crow, but she doesn't know that he's originally a witch that was turned into a crow, and he's kind of like protecting her, and she finds out later. But that the story is being worked on, honestly. But I'm excited. I'm over here just like cheesing because like I do feel positive about this story. What I plan to do with this story, I honestly don't know. I mean, I read a lot of webtoon stuff, but I don't really see myself as like a comic artist. So I don't know, we'll see what happens, I guess. But if you guys want to learn more about Cecile and her backstory and stuff, feel free to go on my Instagram. It's just like a few scrolls down, but it all happened last year during Inktober. So yeah, feel free to check that out on the gram if you wish. I definitely enjoyed this design of her, from the hair to the makeup and down to the shirt. I kind of wish I maybe added maybe different bone accessories to the hair, because later on it started to look more like a cave woman fashion with the bone in her hair. So maybe next time around I'll do something different. In this sketch, I was going to have her wear gold accessories in her hair, kind of like she does in the older drawing, but I low-key forgot to draw them in afterwards. However, I prefer her without the gold accessories, at least in this style. And I think it might have been a little bit too overwhelming with everything going on, and I do like the simplicity of this drawing overall. So I'm glad that I forgot to draw the hair accessories. Also, since the theme was bones, like I liked the bone thing in her hair. I liked the bone earrings, but I feel like I needed more, so thus I added the face paint. But I was hesitant on the face paint because I was like, I like painted a skull on her, but it just looks so plain, and then I was like, this doesn't look right. But then like I hardly use texture brushes, so I ended up using the texture brushes that I had in Procreate, and I was like, this looks so much better. It looks great. Then of course, you know, we had to add some type of like, I guess, modern fashion or whatever. So I was like, let me just add some type of quote on her shirt. And then like I was like, oh hey, you know, 100% that witch, you know. So I thought that was kind of like, it's like cheesy, but it's cool at the same time. So it's like some modern references, but just change, you know, bitch into witch, and we're Gucci. One thing that I like totally forgot about is that Cecile, she has hazel eyes, but I kind of like, I accidentally just gave her straight up golden eyes. I forgot to add like a little hint of green and brown in the eyes, but yeah, she still has hazel eyes. I just didn't go back and change her golden eyes for the hazel ones because that was my laziness speaking. But yeah, and then too, I thought to add this tattoo only, I guess, to continue to fit the bone theme. And I would say the only thing that I don't like is the tattoo on her arm. It just doesn't flow well, because like in the original one, as you see, like on her other arm, she has one of the symbols, like voodoo symbols for the, I forgot what they're called, but they're like, I guess, the gods of voodoo. So yeah, that's on the other arm, and I was like, well, let me just add some type of bone something on her arm, and I just added this random skull with heart eyes. But I think in future drawings of Cecile, that won't be there. That will not be there. She got it removed. She will have it lasered off. So yeah. There are 2 other OCs that I made during this Witchtober that I'm excited to share with you. They are not part of Cecile's story, but They're new characters. You'll see them on the gram first, though, no doubt. Will I stick with these OCs? I'm not sure. I like the girl. I do like the guy that, you know, you guys will wait and see. I'll go into details about that later. But anyways, this is Cecile, the update to Cecile drawing. But anyways, let me know what you guys think of this redraw of Cecile. Basically, yeah, that's what this is, a redraw. And once again, thank you all for listening. Thanks for watching, and I shall chat with you soon in the next video. Bye.